What is going on, my little minions? I got people private messaging me, texting me, emailing me, calling me about these articles. Okay, so let's go over all of them. I spoke about them in the videos before. Okay, guys, so let's get all the unpleasantries out of the way. Okay, so disclaimer, I am not an attorney or a tax advisor or a financial advisor. Please consult with a professional when making financial decisions. The following is my own opinion only, based on my own research. I will share my research with you and encourage you to listen to it or read it so that you can form your own opinion. This is a great way to start dialogue, all right? And then from there, you can form your own opinion. Okay. So, everybody's like, Pimpy, they want to devalue. Yes, I saw these articles. I spoke about them in my videos. Okay, but let's cover them again real quick. First and foremost, you guys already know I do this. Hey, we have a Facebook group with the same name as the YouTube channel, Pimpy's Investment Chat. I will leave a link in the description and encourage you guys to come join us. It's free to do so. We talk about everything in here like panicking. Okay. I'm teasing. Look, we talk about the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnam dong, Zim dollar even, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies. We talk about a bunch of things. If you have any questions, feel free to just post them. And there are a lot of knowledgeable people in here. Just be very careful when you talk about those so-called 800 numbers. I've warned people before, but some people are glens. Okay. Also, I do have another group. I've had it way longer than the Pimpy's Investment Chat, and that is the hidden things in front of your eyes. Okay, in here we talk about all kinds of things. Political news, chemtrails, 9/11, false flags, the whole 9 yards. It's one of those kind of conspiracy/political groups. It's free to come join. There will be a link in the descriptions as well, so I encourage you to come and join us if you like that kind of stuff. All right, so let's get into all the goodies, okay? So, look at on the 14th, this is the first one that came out. Okay, the Economist comments on a proposal to reduce the value of the Iraqi dinar. Again, here's what I'm trying to tell you guys. These guys are making suggestions. Now, that doesn't mean they won't do it, but it doesn't mean they're going to do it, okay? And even if they did devalue the currency, I'm one of those people that go, I don't panic. I buy on the dip. Decrease it, I'll buy more. It just means I get more for cheaper dollars. So the Economist said on Thursday, warned against floating the Iraqi dinar against the dollar. He's warned against floating the Iraqi dinar. Okay, well, why don't they do a dirty float then? For those who don't know what a dirty float is, it's a managed float. That's when they control the value of the currency going up and down versus a regular float, which is dictated by the market's demand. But it's my opinion, if they jump out there with the float, the value of the currency is not going to go down at first anyways, because you're going to get a lot of people who have been talking about investing in Iraq for a long time who don't know to go to the bank to buy, like we do, the Vietnam dong, or don't know to go to these exchanges to buy the dinar. But once they find out that you could buy it on the Forex exchange market, there's going to be a rush over there. I believe that's going to be the initial thing that happens. That doesn't mean it won't drop down for a little bit. I mean, that's what happened to Kuwait dinar. It dropped down for like 2 days. Not a lot. It was still up there. But then it turned around and went right back up. Okay, you guys? So anyways, this person is warned against floating the Iraqi dinar against the dollar. That is to reduce the value of the Iraqi dinar against the dollar, according to the proposal put forward by economists to provide additional funds for the Iraq budget to be paid as salaries for employees. Okay, so the issuance of any decision to float the dinar against the dollar in light of the current condition in Iraq is very dangerous for the country, which is basically suffering from uncontrollable losses, namely fees, customs, taxes, and many other financial resources. So again, this person's saying if you float the dollar, the dinar will lose its value. Well, then do a managed float and raise the value of the dinar, okay? If to worry about losing their value, you can control that. It could be controlled through a dirty float or a managed float, okay? So don't float against the dollar. Fine. Do a managed float. Do a fixed rate and increase it, because what they're looking for is more purchasing power, okay? Okay, let's see. At that, the flotation does not constitute an increase in the value of the Iraqi dinar, but rather we will see an increase in the exchange rate of the dollar because of the lack of acquisition in the global market, especially with the decline of global oil prices. Wow. Okay. Oh, that doesn't sound like a bad thing. You see, he added that the flotation will lead to a significant increase in prices and will be paid by the increase will hurt the poor people, is what he's trying to say. Noting that the flotation is taken in light of the stable financial conditions of the state, as well as the diversification of the economy and its dependence on resources other than oil. Floating the dinar against the dollar is launching the process of buying and selling without any limits, and the country will face an unprecedented rise in price with limited and steady salaries, so conditions will be more difficult, especially in the humanitarian context. So this economist is suggesting they reduce the value of the Iraqi dinar against the dollar by a value range of $1,300 to $1,400 for every one, or every 13 to 1,400 dinars for every $1. So this guy does want to devalue it. Okay, he's worried about if it goes into a float, and if they do so, then it would increase the value of the Iraqi dinar. I don't understand how that's a bad thing. I mean, I do get you might want to control it because you don't want to shock the economy too much in Iraq. That's why I told you there was a lot of chat about the rate coming out at $1.13, $1.34, and that they would lock it at that rate for 3 years just to maintain it. They want to make sure that, the economy can absorb a rate of that high. Okay, I still think they should do that. That is a sweet spot. It's not too high and it's not too low. This allows them to be competitive with when they're doing imports, and trades. But it also is low enough where it still will attract outside investors who don't want to pay outrageous labor fees. Okay, so it's a good spot around there somewhere. Okay, so again, this person is an economist. They are making a recommendation. That's all they're doing. This is just what they suggest. This isn't set in stone. This isn't set in stone, mini-me. So here's a more recent article. Again, a source. Love that. It's a source. Somebody had made the suggestion to the office of the Iraqi Prime Minister, revealed that the government is considering reducing the value of the dinar against foreign currencies. I find it very interesting that they're leaking this kind of information out. This type of stuff should not be leaked. It will affect the markets. It also affects those investing in stock. You could damage whatever economy is there, especially on the foreign exchange, by leaking this type of information. So I find it very interesting. But I want to keep reading because I want to point something out to you. Okay, look at. So a source close to the office of the Prime Minister revealed the government is considering reducing the value of the dinar against foreign currencies as part of a measure to confront the financial crisis caused by the drop in oil prices and the repercussions from the Rona. But the thing is, the oil prices are going back up. Now, damage has already been done. And I did this, one of my videos on, if you guys go back, and there's 2 of them, it's called the deletion of the zeros. And I explained to you why they considered deleting the zeros. But there's 2 different versions of what that means. But what I also wanted to point out, the biggest reason for them is because the oil prices weren't where they wanted them to be. But later on, there was another article that said that the deletion of the zeros was taken off the table because the economy had rebounded just fine. Because oil prices went up. Guess what they're doing again? I just showed you in an earlier video today on my Iraqi Dinar News that the oil prices jumped up to $33. They're expecting it to be at $40 by July. I say if we can get out of quarantine, the oil prices get up even higher than that and quicker than that. Okay, so that's just what I'm saying. So look, they're talking about because of the first half of this year, between the Rona and the oil war, they got hit hard. well, they should learn a big lesson from this. One is they need to get their government in there and be stable. They're working on it. It's already being done. The United Nations is watching. Miss Blasshart is watching what's going on. They need stability. The protesters seem to have calmed down once General Saudi was put back in charge of anti-terrorism. This is a big plus for Al-Kazemi. It was a great move. That seems to have calmed a lot of fears. That we know that they're weaning out a lot of these Iranian-backed politicians. We've seen articles where the people are saying that good. The influence of Iran is been drastically lowered. So this is what the people want. Now they want jobs. So we're there. We're getting there, okay? But if the value is too low, then it costs too much to import things, okay? So you got to be careful. I mean, not too much to import things, but when you export, you're really taking the value out of your goods. When you import, it's, people, wanting to buy from Iraq, you benefit from it. But if you're Iraq wanting to buy, you don't have a lot of purchasing power. This isn't good. At the same time, you don't want it so high that you have just cost your way out of outside investors. They're going to have to find a sweet spot. So the source said, according to the newspaper, the options available to the prime ministers are mostly difficult, but there are serious dialogues with advisors and economical experts. And during the past few days, several options have been reviewed to address the financial crisis, including external borrowing or the devaluation of the dinar. Now, I told you this when Shabibi was in the CBI. He really had a fit about Iraq listening to the monetary policies of the IMF. What he said was, those are great at keeping inflation low, but the fact that the rate is too low on the dinar prevents them from growing economically. And he still today thinks the same thing. Okay, so that's the same thing. The policies that the IMF put on Iraq was good at keeping inflation down, but does not allow them an opportunity to expand economically because the rate is super low and needs to go up, not down. These people need more purchasing power. All right. So I find it hard to believe that they would go in the opposite direction. I just do. I understand that they got to pay salaries and all these other fun-loving things, but that doesn't benefit them. Okay. It just doesn't. It makes sense, if anything, to go in the opposite direction. Okay. Okay, so then again, there is another article. Look, I get it, and this one came out today as well. And it says the same thing. A source close to the prime minister revealed that the government is considering reducing the value of the dinar against foreign currencies. It goes on in here. It covers just about everything that we are talking about with a little bit of some backstory. Iraq faced an economical collapse between 2014 and 16, but it did not witness the current significant decline in global oil demand, especially from China, the main importer from Iraq. Okay, so China's problem is, guess what? They're dealing with the second wave of the Rona. Okay, so yeah, but I guys, again, I get that this is being floated out there. Don't you get it floated out there? Sorry. Okay. The idea is being floated out there. But here's the thing. Let them talk all they want. We pay attention to what they're saying, but, don't more attention to what they do. Okay. So that's why I say, I don't pay attention to what they say. I pay attention to what they do. So we'll see what they do. Yes, it's being out there, but I'm not the person that gets discouraged. I'm the kind of guy who says always buy on the dip. So if they do lower it, that doesn't mean I'm going to go sell mine, have a fit, and quit. None of you guys are going to quit. You're just mad that it's not happening. I get it, okay? That's the real reason. But are you going to get rid of your dinars? Are you really? Because I'm pretty sure that's what they're hoping happens for a lot of people. That they get discouraged. Just take them, throw them in your drawer, throw them wherever the heck you can. Just sit back and relax, all right? Be calm. Be calm. You guys, if you don't mind, like and share the video and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Look at woosah. Sit down. Go meditate somewhere. Go listen to some water. If you close your eyes and listen to water, you'd be surprised how much of a calming effect it does have on the body. Some of you guys need to take a chill pill, my little minions. All right? All right. Yeah, I've seen the articles, and I appreciate you guys sending them to me. But no, I'm not panicking. I don't have an opinion one way or another about it because either way, we're going to have to deal with it. Either way, if you're going to stay in this investment. If they do it, it'll probably be a temporary thing, which is good and is why you should buy a lot more, because then when they go back, you already had an increase in value, not where you want it to be, but it will go up there, okay? How much further can Iraq go down? They're already at rock bottom. Eventually, they're going to have to shoot back up. Okay? All right, talk to you later. Bye.